In New York, a play featuring the stabbing of President Trump lookalike has come under fire for allegedly inciting violence. It's a production of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, and the main character is styled to look like the US president. Now, several sponsors of the theatre, Delta Airlines and Bank of America among them, have pulled their financial support, saying the production was in bad taste. Now, the artistic director at the theatre has insisted the production, quote, in no way advocates violence towards anyone. Well, in fact, this is not the first time when violence towards Donald Trump has been featured in modern culture. In one of the latest cases, comedian Kathy Griffin appeared in a video holding a bloodied effigy of Trump's head. The celebrity then apologized, saying she, quote, went too far. Earlier, we heard both sides of the debate when Daniel Shaw, a professor at the City University of New York, crossed swords with writer Mike Chodlovich.
Artists and literary critics should have the right to write their plays and sing their songs and bring social critique into that. So I see nothing wrong with this. They did something similar 4 years ago when Barack Obama was in office, so I don't think it's crossed any line.
Is this play protected free speech? 100%. I think it's vile. I think it sends a bad message. But nobody's claiming that the artists don't have the right to have the free speech right to do that. The issue is that it's creating a climate of hate.
Well, I wouldn't agree that it's hate speech. Hate speech. I'd say it's an art form. Well, the hate speech in this country is directed against Muslims, against immigrants, against Mexicans, against women. So for Mike to talk about somehow that he and his people are somehow victimized as well is, again, to take concrete reality and turn it on its head.
If there were an art performance where Hillary Clinton or somebody like Hillary Clinton was being raped in the park, if the Central Park 5 rape were being reenacted with Hillary Clinton being depicted in there, oh my God, there would be a complete and total pandemonium. There'd be riots in the street. There's definitely a clear double standard at work.
It's interesting to hear Mike and the Good Old Boys Club and the Trumps and the 1% complain about censorship when the entire media apparatus in this country is in their hands.
A friend of mine, Lucien Wintrich, is an artist in New York, and he wanted to do a pro-Trump art exhibit, and he was banned from the entire New York art establishment, couldn't even book a venue. So it's ironic that people are talking about art and how art should push boundaries and test limits. The left is always trying to censor people on the right and silence us whenever they can, but then the minute they do something provocative, which is way worse than anything that I or any of my colleagues have ever done, then they want to talk about free speech.
It's actually very mediocre of you to try to paint yourself as this censored voice. You're trying to play this psychological trick so that more networks will invite you on, that you're this cutting-edge thinker when you're a great mediocrity, frankly.